to the Cavalier Corner, a show in which we'll be discussing all kinds of fun topics related to student life. My name is Juliana, and today we're joined by Cambry and Johan, and we'll be talking about our astrological signs. So there are 12 astrological signs. I believe the order of them is Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. I'm a Pisces. So Pisces are from February 19th till March 20th, and my birthday is March 2nd. Pisces, because they're the last sign of the zodiac, they're like a lot of people say that they inherit a lot of characteristics from all the other signs. So it's kind of like a universal, just like this is all of the signs put together. Pisces is also like a water sign, so that means we're like prone to like liking water and the ocean, all that kind of stuff, and very creative and also very private people, which I would say kind of relates to me. And like I love writing and just music and like all kind of like all of that. And yeah, I'm also a private person. Like, I mean, you have to like, get to know me for me to like share very intimate details. It's like only like my closest friends really like know a lot of stuff, um, which I'm working on. Working on opening up to people. And yeah, that's pretty much like a rundown of Pisces. That's yeah.
That's pretty cool. I knew some information about Pisces, but I think that's interesting how they're a little bit more reserved in what they do, which is it's pretty cool. My zodiac sign is actually a Taurus. It's for those who were born from, let's see, I believe it's February 26th to April 24th. You can correct me, but specifically, like that's like where it's around. Tauruses are known to be a little bit stubborn, but they are hardworking and dedicated in their tasks. And honestly, I think I can relate to that a lot. I feel like I can be like hardworking when I put myself to a certain goal or certain tasks that I have to do. But I can totally see myself as being stubborn because I like I'm seeing right now. It also says that Tauruses don't get well with authority. Like they're always right, and I can totally see that with myself. But it's like you said, like it's something that I totally need to change because in life, like it's all about learning and getting new experiences and not just being consistent to what you have because life changes in an instant. For example, COVID, nobody knew it was going to happen, but it happened.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we all have things in our signs, whether you like believe in astrology or not, because I'm like iffy about it. It's like one of those things that, okay, some characteristics do apply and others are like, that's not really me. Especially when you look at like the horoscope, like daily horoscopes, it's like,
Yeah. Some of them, I do see that. Like, I feel like some of them people just make stuff up because I'm like, yeah, no, there's no way. Like, I can relate to that. No.
exactly, yeah.
People
So
have
it's kind of like, yeah, a gray area, I'd say.
Yeah, sometimes I'll read one and I'll be like, did I read the wrong one? Because that doesn't apply to me. And then other times I'm like, oh yeah, that's pretty spot on. So
Yeah, I guess it depends on who's writing it too. Like,
that's very true.
right, Cameron.
All right, I'll finish this off. So this is Paisley, and we are both Aries vegetarians.
Oh my
No,
God.
just kidding. She's actually a Libra who loves chicken. But I am an Aries, so that means that falls between March 21st and April 19th. So I think that's kind of interesting because when it starts is also kind of like when spring starts, but I couldn't find any connection between like the start of spring and the sign. So I was like, okay. But the element is fire, which I thought was kind of interesting. And the animal was a ram. And it's also the start of the like sign chart. So it kind of starts in the middle of March, which is odd. It's also kind of interesting, like we all three are lined up because, like, I don't know, our birthdays kind of all fall within the same time. So my birthday is April 2nd, and it says that they're like Aries are trailblazers. They're very independent. They do something like when they commit to something, it's 100% all in, which I definitely see that as myself. Like if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna give it my all. They're very like loyal, smart, and impulsive. I'm not very impulsive, so that's one where I'm kind of like, maybe that doesn't fit 100%. Another thing that I thought like really matched up with my personality is it said that Aries, they like know instantly if they like something or someone right away. They're either like, this person's gonna be like my best friend for the rest of my life, or they're like, no, we don't have any connection. Or they know like right away when they want to buy something, they're like, yes, I love that. Or it's like, no, I don't. And that's exactly how I am. I always say I don't know what I'm looking for till I see it. And so I definitely saw that like in this trait. So yeah, I actually found it surprisingly very accurate.
That's nice. I like that you could like find things that were like more accurate than like in general you would find with like astrological signs. Um, I feel like for Pisces, there are a lot of people who are saying like we're like party people because, and then the example was like Rihanna is a Pisces. I'm like, you see me, I like to stay home. Like this quarantine time has been great for me. I just
No. Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, I definitely can see that where there are some traits you're like, that's 100% me, and then there are others and you're like, no, not at all.
Yeah. It also depends on like personality and like if you're an introvert, extrovert, maybe that like extroverts like who are Pisces can play the Pisces role in a different way rather than an introvert. So I think that has a lot. And I actually looked it up right now. And for Taurus's, it's from April 20th to May 20th. So my bad. By close enough.
And like one thing I've always heard that's interesting is it like depends on where you were born, like within the like month or range that it falls. So if you were born more towards like right on the line of being one, then you kind of have personalities of both. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
oh yeah, I've heard of that too, which I think it's pretty like unique if you're like born one day and then the next day like another sign starts. I don't know how they like combine or if they even do, but I feel like it's an interesting concept. I do know like how the signs are determined. It's sort of like it's based on the zodiac, which from my understanding, it's like a plane in the sky that shifts throughout the year. And so that's sort of how this like different signs change. But I'm not 100% sure of the definition of it. But I did hear that sort of like the signs can change in like their characteristics from time to time, although I'm not 100% sure if like how that happens and when that happens, if it happens.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But yeah, I think it's quite interesting. I know there's like a lot of people that like truly like are full on into astrology and then other people that aren't. For me, I think it's kind of like fun to look at it and see like, oh, this matches, this doesn't match, and then the horoscope wise is like, oh, this one is completely not true, but then this one kind of is, and they're both for like the same day. So yeah, I think it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, like at the same time, there's people who are really into it and like, I guess like can even predict the future, but like that's like a whole nother story. Right. I don't know. I guess it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know that there are like people out there that they won't make a decision until they've read their like specific horoscope. Like they want to know what they're supposed to be doing that day, and I'm like, maybe they're onto something. You never know.
Yeah, maybe they are. So I used to have like a horoscope app on my phone and I would read it for fun. Like I wouldn't read it every day, but sometimes I go there and look and it was just for me it was fun. I don't take it like super seriously because I'm not entirely sure how they even like predict your day. So it's like I like would look through it and be like, okay, so far at this time in the morning, some things are true, and then the rest is like, okay, well this is not.
I was wondering if they like would kind of like recycle the horoscope. So like one, 6 months later, maybe like Gemini's getting the same one that I got. You know what I mean? Like they kind of change it up. So it's, I don't
Yeah.
know. You never know.
Yeah.
It would be fun to write them though, As a kid, I always thought the horoscope section and the like Dear Abby or Dear Jane or whatever they're called now of the paper, like they were always like side by side in the paper that we got when I was a kid. So I always thought that was the most interesting part of the paper. Like that was the only useful information is what problems people were writing into Dear Abby and what the horoscope said. So I was like, that would be the most fun job in the world to write either one of these things.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's actually so fun. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Although I wouldn't want to like write something and then have the person be like, okay, this is 100% not me. So I feel like it goes into I'd have to learn a lot more about astrology to be like confident that like I'm having fun writing this, but also like I want to make it sort of accurate for the people that really want to like hear about their horoscope.
Right.
Yeah. I took, for my physical science credit, I took astronomy. And the very first day, the professor was like, just a disclosure, this is not astrology. If you want a horoscope, go open the paper. We're going to be learning about some science stuff. So don't be thinking I mean, she's like, we will talk about like how the like star constellations and stuff match up with that. She's like, I'm supposed to be a Libra, so I'm supposed to be balanced. It's not true. We're moving on. And that was like her disclosure of this is not an astrology course. So it was funny. I always think of that.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I always wonder if like any university or college offers like an astrology class. Do they?
That would be
I'm
really
sure somewhere they do.
yeah.
That would be really fun to like go to astrology class and just be like, this is like for elective credit.
If I think so, because there's like I think a McDonald's. Okay, this is completely off topic, but like McDonald's has their own university, and it's called Hamburger University. So there must be an astrology university or an astrology class.
I feel like for like humanities, I know like a lot of people take mythology or like world myth or something. So I feel like somewhere there could be like an astrology class that fits into that you could honestly even get like a humanities credit for.
That would be so interesting, and I'd take the class like 100%, because I'd be curious to know what they're gonna talk about.
It might just be like something fun, instead of like taking like a community art class or something like that. You would do that.
That feels like what I was thinking. It's like if you want to do something fun, like completely like unrelated to actual like schoolwork and things like that, then that'd probably be like a cool one to
Yeah, like instead of doing cooking classes, you could do astrology classes.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or like a conspiracy class about astrology.
Oh my God. Now I don't think that exists, but that would be fun too.
Maybe that's part of the program.
Maybe it is.
There we go. That's why you have to always be aware of your surroundings, because you never know. An astrology class could pop up. Astrology 101.
Oh my gosh, if we have one of those at JCCC, I'm so signing up.
Me too.
If we ever get one.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like maybe we could convince the honors program to do it, because they're always like, we need fun, creative topics for our forums. That could seriously be a really fun topic for like a forum class.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Like somebody should just say that for next year.
Yeah. Well, so when you graduate from the honors program, you fill out a survey, and they're like, is there one class that you wish you could have taken for honors? And I put a history class because they only offered one history class in the 2 years I was there. And now I'm like, well, why didn't I put a special topics astrology? Like, what? I missed that opportunity.
Oh yeah, that would be, yeah, I'd love an honors like forum for astrology. Yes, for sure. Especially because I need a forum still. So
Oh, yeah.
thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. We'd love to hear your suggestions about what topics you'd like us to talk about next. We'd also love it if you share down in the comments what your sign is and what traits they have. Check out our other social media platforms is JCCC Stern Life on Instagram and Facebook. And if you'd like to learn more about what events we have going on, check out our Get Involved at JCCC page. Bye, you guys.
Bye. See you next week.
Bye. See you next time.